So this is our pork roast. It's a butt cut of the pork, and it's a little over 10 pounds. We're gonna mix it up with some barbecue sauce and some seasonings, and then we're gonna get it started in the crock pot and cook it on low for probably 6 to 8 hours. Alright, so here's our roast. We did wash it with nice cold water, and I've trimmed quite a bit of the fat off. We don't want to take it all off because the fat is actually going to help to baste it, moisturize it while it's cooking. And I did put just a tiny bit of some seasoning on it. I used a meat tenderizer. I didn't want to put too much because I have a lot of seasoning in this sauce, which is a barbecue sauce that I mixed extra seasoning in. We'll put the ingredients in the description below. I'm going to place this in the crock pot with the fat side up. Let me see if I can turn this over so you guys can get a look at it. And I did pat it dry a little bit. This is our fat side, and it did trim some fat off of it, but we don't want to take it all off. So we're going to put it in the crock pot with this side facing up, and we're going to pour this sauce all over it. And then we're going to cook it on low for several hours. And then we'll come back and see how it's doing. Okay, so here's our pork roast in the crock pot. As you can see, this is quite a large roast, so it didn't lay down in the bottom all the way. But as it cooks, it will shrink down some, and I'm sure it will be fine. It should sink down in there, and we're going to put the lid on this and let it cook for several hours. So we're going to put the lid on this, and remember, fat side up, and we've got it on low. It's going to cook for several hours. We'll come back later and see how it's doing. So our pork roast is almost done, and we're going to be having barbecue pulled pork very soon. Can't wait. Okay, so our pulled pork is done. It is falling apart tender, and we're going to plate this up and come back and show you the finished product. Alright, so our pulled pork is done. We made it into sandwiches. We're serving it up with some sides, some fresh garden squash and peppers and baked beans and some mac and cheese, and we'll see you back here again.